Hello everyone and welcome to NineCloud Tutorials. So we are doing with trigonometrical identities. We have already finished a few of the sums, few of the solved examples. Let's begin with a few sums from exercise 21A. I hope you must have started with exercise 21A. So let's do a very fast recap with it, and let's do a few sums in this lecture. Okay, at approx 8 to 9 sums we'll be doing in this lecture. So let's begin with the first sum. Now the first sum says sec a minus 1 upon sec a plus 1 is equal to 1 minus cos a upon 1 plus cos a. Okay, so this is the LHS, this is the RHS, and this sum had come in the 2007 board exam paper. Okay, so now this sec a can be represented as 1 upon cos a. So let's convert it to 1 upon cos a minus 1 upon, this is the LHS. Sorry, I forgot to write it, but you have to write LHS in the left hand corner of your solution. 1 upon cos a minus 1, 1 upon cos a plus 1. Okay, now you divide it and you get the answer as 1 minus cos a upon 1 plus cos a upon cos a. Okay, cos a gets cancelled up, and the answer which gets is 1 minus cos a upon 1 plus cos a. So this is nothing but the RHS. Hence we can say that the solution is proved. A very simple question, very easy question. Okay, just for your revision. Let's begin with the next question. The very next question is the fourth question from Selena, exercise 21A. Okay, now the fourth question says tan A minus cot A is equal to 1 minus 2 cos square A, 1 minus 2 cos square A upon sin A cos A. Okay, so this is the LHS, this is the RHS, as we know. So let's begin with the LHS first. We know that tan A is nothing but sin A upon cos A, and cot A is nothing but cos A upon sin A. So let's put it. This is the solution for this sum. LHS is equal to sin A upon cos A minus cos A upon sin A. Okay, cross multiply, you get it as sin square A minus cos square A upon sin A into cos A. Okay, so we know that sin square A is nothing but 1 minus cos square A. So let's put the identity. Why are we putting it as an identity, and why we aren't solving it as 1 or 2? The reason for it is we need to get the numerator in the terms of cos. So you have to think logically that you need to do something so that the numerator gets generated into a cos term. So for that we need to first of all put 1 minus cos square A instead of sin square A. So we'll put 1 minus cos square A, and then the remaining terms oblique sin A cos A. Now we have formed the denominator from the RHS. We just need the numerator, and here we have found out the numerator too. 1 minus 2 cos square A upon sin A cos A. This is nothing but your RHS. So hence the solution is proved. Okay. Now let's move on to the other question. of the same exercise, the sixth question, and the sixth question is from same the board's point of view, 2005 board paper, and the question is 1 minus tan A the whole square plus 1 plus tan A the whole square is equal to 2 cosec square A. This is a 2005 board paper question. Okay. Now let's begin with with the solution of this question. Now over here we need the RHS into the terms of sec. Okay, so let's write LHS first. This is our LHS. Now over here, is there any possibility of shortcut or doing it in one or two steps? Can you see any of the possibilities? No, because over here you are having the square terms and you cannot add up them or create an identity to formulate and get sec very easily. So simple thing is we need to open these terms with the a plus b the whole square formula. I hope you must be knowing a plus b the whole square formula. So now over here I am first writing the LHS for your convenience. Tan A the whole square plus 1 plus tan A the whole square. Okay, now over here we are opening with the brackets. 1 square plus tan square A plus 2 tan A. This will be minus because we are dealing with a minus term, plus 1 square plus tan square A plus 2 tan A. Now 2 tan A and 2 tan A gets cancelled up. Write the remaining terms. This is nothing but 1 and 1 becomes 2 and this becomes 2 tan square A. So this becomes 2 as a common thing, 1 plus tan square A. Okay, I hope you must be knowing it that it is over here 1 plus 1 2 and tan square A plus tan square A becomes again 2 tan square A. I have taken 2 as a common integer over here and this becomes 1 plus tan square A. So now over here, as we know that 1 plus tan square A is nothing but sec square A, so this becomes 2 sec square A, which is nothing but our RHS. So hence the solution is proved. Okay, again a very simple sum. So let's move on to some more difficulties in this exercise. Let's move on to the 11th question. Now the 11th question says 1 minus tan square A 1 minus tan square A into cot A upon cosec square A is equal to tan A. Okay, agreed? Now over here we are having LHS, RHS. Taking the LHS first. Okay, writing the LHS for your convenience. Now over here 1 minus tan square A is nothing but sec square A. Turning the identity sec square A into cot A upon cosec square A. Cosec square A is nothing but 1 upon sine square A. We know that cosec A is nothing but sine A. 1 upon sine A. So this becomes 1 upon sine square A. Now over here sec square A becomes cos square A. 1 upon cos square A. 1 upon cos square A into cot A becomes cos A upon sine A. And the terms get reciprocated to sine square A. Now let's have a cancellation over here. Cos and 1 cos gets cancelled up. Sine and 1 sine gets cancelled up. The remaining numbers left over here are sine A upon cos A. This is nothing but tan A. This is our RHS. Hence we have proved the solution. A very simple sum. Let's see the next one. The 17th sum from the same textbook, Selina Publications, exercise 21A. Now the question says cosec A minus sin A into sec A minus cos A into tan A plus cot A is equal to 1. Okay, now this is the question given to us. You'll be thinking here it's too difficult, too complicated. How are we going to be solving it? Many of the people must be thinking, let's multiply each and every bracket and then we'll cancel off things and we'll get the answer as 1. But let me tell you, you need to think in a simple way. Don't think in a complicated way that you will do these all things and get 1 as your final answer. Try to make the question simple as soon as possible. Don't complicate it. Okay, now think in a simple and logical manner. What all things can you get converted within the brackets, and you are not opening the brackets also. So over here, as we can see, that we can convert cosec A into 1 upon sin A, we can convert sec A into 1 upon cos A, and these can be converted to sin A upon cos A and cos A upon sin A. Since we are dealing with only sin and cos, we'll be converting it into sin and cos. Okay, otherwise we can also write it as 1 upon cot A. Okay, so now over here, as we can see, the question is given in a very simple format. If you are understanding the format of the ICSE questions, if you convert it as 1 upon sin A, then sin A and sin A both are the same terms. So the reason for these same terms is to get a equable stability in the question. Okay, so by this you can understand that the solution is so simple. Let's move. It's just a two-step answer for this. Let's begin with the LHS first. So cosec A becomes 1 upon sin A minus sin A, brackets closed, brackets open, 1 upon cos A minus cos A, brackets closed, brackets open, sin A upon cos A into cos A upon sin A. Okay, brackets closed. Now over here, sin A becomes 1 minus sin square A. This becomes a common LCM. So 1 minus sin square A upon sin A, brackets closed. Now this becomes 1 minus cos square A upon cos A. Now this becomes, since it's a addition over here, sin square A plus cos square A upon sin A cos A. So this becomes sin square A plus cos square A upon sin A cos A. So now let's move forward. We know that 1 minus sin square A is nothing but cos square A. This becomes cos square A upon sin A gets multiplied with sin square A upon cos A. 1 minus cos square A is nothing but sin square A. Now it gets multiplied with sin square A plus cos square A is nothing but 1, and this becomes 1 upon sin A cos A. Okay, a very simple thing after this. We just need to cancel off terms over here. Sin A gets cancelled off with 1 sin, cos A gets cancelled off with 1 cos. Now over here, as you can see, sin gets cancelled up with sin and cos gets cancelled up with cos. The remaining term left is 1, and this is nothing but your RHS. Hence the solution is proved. Okay, very simple sum, but you have to look into it in a very simple way. You can't go deeper into it or make things complicated, I must say. So let's begin with another question, which is question number 21. Now the question number 21 says that sine A plus cosec A the whole square plus cos A plus sec A the whole square is equal to 7 plus tan square A plus cot square A. Now over here I must say one thing to you all, that trigonometrical identities is a chapter where you can solve the question in many ways. So you can use your own method. There is no restriction on it. There is no problems. The only thing is the LHS and RHS must be proved correctly in a proper sequential manner. Okay. Now over here, as you can see, we can solve this kind of these kind of questions in many similar ways, and some ways must be much shorter, but they must be having much logical thinking. So let's move on with a single solution kind of thing in a proper way. Don't get yourself distracted also. Like don't get distracted that you're solving this question in another way and this question in another way. So I prefer that you should be having a similar way which you are solving, so that it becomes simple for you when you're solving a board paper. Otherwise, you get confused by which way shall you be solving the question. But you are having a good brain capacity, and you know that you're doing it very well in a sufficient period of time. If you want to manage your time, you're a slow solving person, then you can go for the other section also. So let's move on with the solution of this question. Now the solution is taking the LHS first. Now LHS is equal to, now over here, can you see anything which can be done to get the RHS in a very simple manner? We can't do anything over here. The very simple thing which we can do is, we can start off with opening of the brackets. Otherwise, the other way which I am telling you is nothing but taking 1 upon cosec A as 1 upon sine A and sine A gets sine square A plus 1 upon sine A. Okay, and this again becomes at the same procedure. At the end, you will get as 7 plus tan square A plus cot square A. We are moving on with the other method, which is nothing but opening up the brackets, a very simple method. Let's see with this. Sine square A plus cosec square A plus 2 sine A into 1 upon sine A, writing it directly. Cosec A is nothing but 1 upon sine A plus cos square A plus sec square A plus 2 into cos A into 1 upon cos A, again writing it directly. Sec A is nothing but 1 upon cos A. You must be familiar about it. Sin A and sin A gets cancelled up. Cos A and cos A gets cancelled up. Sin square A plus cos square A becomes 1, and leave these things as usual. This becomes 1 plus cosec square A plus sec square A. This 2 and 2 becomes 4. So writing it over here, 4 plus 1. Okay. So a very simple thing over here. We have got the 5 digits. Now we need it up to 7. And we need tan square A and cot square A over here. So now what can you do over here to turn the terms into tan and cot? A very simple thing left over here is, we know that cosec is in terms of tan and sec is in terms of cot. Okay, we know these things. So let's just put the identities and we'll get the answer in a very sequential and easy manner. Okay, now over here we'll keep 5 as it is. Now as we know that cosec square A is nothing but into the terms of cot. So cosec square A, we need to see that cosec square A. What is cosec square A? Cosec square A is nothing but 1 plus cot square A. Okay. Now this sec square A is in terms of tan square A. So this becomes 1 plus tan square A. Okay. Very simple over here. Now I just need to 5 plus 2 plus cot square A plus tan square A. Arrange it in a better order if you want. The meaning is same. Plus cot square A is equal to RHS. Now the solution is proved. Okay, very simple, very easy. Trigonometry is a very simple chapter, I must say. Let's move on to the next question, not wasting our time. And the very next question which we are going to be solving is question number 27. Okay, now what does question number 27 say? Question number 27 says that it's again a board question, I must say. It is 1 plus cos A, and it is a difficult question for those who don't think and just start solving and end up getting the sum complicated, I must say. Think in a logical way, think in a practical way. Think 4 to 5 steps ahead of the sum. If you're doing such things in the question, in the solution, then what will be the outcome after 2 steps? Think that way. Okay, always think 2 or 3 steps ahead of it. Only then you will reach the solution of it. Okay, so again a 2012 question. Now over here, taking the LHS. Okay, now over here taking the LHS. Okay, fine. You can solve it with RHS also, no issues. You just need to prove that LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, so LHS says 1 plus cos A upon 1 minus cos A. Okay, now the very first thing is write the LHS and then just think. Okay, relax. Very cool down. So now over here, see over here, 1 plus cos A, 1 minus cos A. What all terms are you having in your RHS? You're having tan and you're having sec. Now cos is related with sec. Chalo, at least you're getting the denominator anyhow. Then we'll manage to get the numerator. So we are getting one thing out of the two. Rather than getting both of them, we'll begin with changing cos into sec. Okay, and then let's see what happens. Now over here, so I've begun with over here 1 plus cos A upon 1 minus cos A. Now changing it into sec, this becomes 1 plus 1 upon sec A upon 1 minus 1 upon sec A. Okay, a very simple thing over here. We have just converted cos A into sec A. Cos A is nothing but 1 upon sec A. Now we'll cross multiply, and sec A and sec A will get cancelled up from the numerator and the denominator. Okay, now over here the remaining terms which are left are sec A plus 1 upon sec A minus 1. Now over here, as you can see, we could have rationalized it over here itself, 1 plus cos A upon 1 minus cos A. But we didn't do this because the sum could have become complicated. The very first thing you need to see is how are you going to be converting your LHS into RHS. You need to see the terms you need in the RHS. Okay, so target the terms. Don't target the solution. Don't just keep on doing the solution and get yourself complicated. Okay, target the terms in your RHS. Now the next thing which we are doing is we will rationalize it over here, because now we can get the denominator also. We can try to get the numerator. Let's see what happens. Now sec A plus 1 upon sec A minus 1. Now we have to multiply and divide with sec A minus 1, because we need sec A minus 1 the whole square in the denominator. Okay, so let's move forward. Minus 1 upon sec A minus 1. So now the solution which we are getting over here is a plus b. A minus b is nothing but a square minus b square. Identity again over here. This becomes sec square A minus 1, and this becomes sec A minus 1 the whole square. Okay, Now we have reached the denominator, we have completed the denominator. Now, what can you see in the numerator? You can see sec square a minus 1. Now, what is sec square a minus 1? Sec square a minus 1 is tan square a. Oh, cool. So, now you have got tan square a upon sec a minus 1 the whole square. And what? You have got the RHS. Cool. So, a very simple sum guiding through the terms. Just looking forward to solve each and every term from RHS. Very, very simple. Okay. Let's move on to a few more sums and then we'll end up this session. So, let's move on with the last sum, I must say. Let's move on with the last sum and then we'll end this session. Okay. So, now the question says, we are taking another board question, 47th question, and the question is sine theta into tan theta upon 1 minus cos theta is equal to 1 plus sec theta. Now this is a 2006 board question. Okay, let's move on. This is the LHS, this is the RHS. Now the solution for this question. Okay, now taking the LHS first, sine theta into tan theta, writing it for your convenience. But you should write it. You should make a habit of writing the LHS first. Few people like me, I would say, start it directly because we know how to deal with it. But in boards, you need to specify the LHS first. So let's move over here. You need to convert it into 1 plus sec theta. Okay. So what over here we can do is, instead of rationalizing it, doing it complicated, we'll convert tan theta into sine theta upon cos theta. Okay. And then let's see what happens. So this now becomes sine theta into sine theta upon cos theta upon 1 minus cos theta. Okay. Now over here what can we do is, we are having now sine square theta upon cos theta into upon 1 minus cos theta. Okay. So let's move on. Now over here, this is sine square theta. Now what is sine square theta? Sine square theta. Let's keep it as it is. Otherwise you'll get confused. This becomes cos theta. Taking it above, it's multiplied with the reciprocal of 1 minus cos theta. Sine square theta becomes 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, agreed? Upon cos theta into 1 upon 1 minus cos theta. Now, when you look at the question to where have you solved, this is the RHS you require. Am I right? Now, over here, what can we do is, we need to do something so that we get the terms into sec. We know that cos is related to sec, but still, we need to think, how come are we gonna get sec over here? So, over here, first of all, you see that 1 minus cos theta is there, and again 1 minus cos square theta is there. And you think to cancel out. No, you cannot cancel out like this. You know very well. So, what can we do over here? We know that a square minus b square is a plus b and a minus b. So there is an identity over here, 1 square minus cos square theta. So this becomes 1 minus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta, okay, upon 1 minus cos theta into cos theta. Agreed? 1 minus cos theta and 1 minus cos theta gets cancelled out. Agreed. Okay. Okay, now we reached over here. 1 plus cos theta upon cos theta. Still many of the people must be confused what to do now to get 1 plus sec theta. And trust me, the solution is there in front of you. It's just one step more and you'll get the solution. Very simple, very simple. You know that each and every term of the numerator is getting divided with cos theta. So over here we'll split the fraction into two parts. So this becomes 1 upon cos theta plus cos theta upon cos theta. Cos theta and cos theta gets cancelled up. 1 upon cos theta is nothing but sec theta, and when these things are getting cancelled up, this is turning out to be 1. So this becomes sec theta plus 1. Okay, and this is nothing but your RHS. Very simple sum, and by this we are ending with exercise 21A, and these are just a few sums which I preferred that I must do these on my channel. And soon there will be a full exercise solving lecture also, in which all the 48 sums from your exercise 21A Selena from the Trigo chapter will be done over here in the channel itself. So stay tuned with me. In the very next lecture we'll begin with the next concept of this Trigo, and the remaining part of this chapter is not much longer, I feel. But you need to practice in this chapter, I must say. You need to practice a lot. Okay, so thanks for watching and learning with us, learning with Ninth Cloud tutorials. And we have started with an initiative of providing free lectures. I request you to please share my channel with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.